What's going on, guys? So this video is a little different than any video I've really ever made. It's one that impacts me greatly, and I want to share the story with you because, as you guys probably know if you've watched my channel for a while, I try to support just about every major human cause that I can. There's so many people out there suffering. There's so many people that have had tragedies in their life. There's so many wounded warriors and people who have served this country. But if anything hits me more than anything else, it is when there are children that are in pain. So hang tight because this is going to be a video I think you're going to want to see. So I was watching the local news here in Corpus Christi, Texas, and they reported on a story out of Waco, Texas, of a 4-year-old little girl named Krizteena Greeny. And basically she had been diagnosed with a brain tumor called DIPG. Basically, her mother was explaining how all of a sudden she had weakness on her right side, which worried them. They took her to the doctor. The doctor didn't find anything conclusive, so they reached out to a children's hospital in Fort Worth, and after an MRI, she was diagnosed with DIPG. Unfortunately, there is no cure for DIPG, and the survival rate is very, very low. So it usually impacts children between the age of 5 and 10. But in this case, this little 4-year-old girl has it, and it's definitely something that broke my heart. If you've watched my channel for a while, you probably realize that I have a 5-year-old daughter, and just thinking about a scenario like this impacting my own family was almost too much for me. It was really heartbreaking, especially when they showed video footage of this little girl and how she's smiling, how she's petting a little puppy, and it really was one of those things that just tugged at my heartstrings. And I felt that I needed to do something because I could always send prayers. I could always try to do what I guess most people try to do in this scenario, and that's try to send good vibes, positive thoughts and prayers to try to help someone through this. But I felt, you know what, maybe I have a little bit more in terms of capabilities to help this child. So what they had said in the news story is that they wanted to collect money so they could take her to different parks, different places, and spend as much quality, positive time with her while she was still around. And I absolutely wanted to support that. As you guys know, I am big into family time, big into spending time with your family and making good memories. And in a scenario like this, it's absolutely critical. So I started making phone calls, sending emails, and just trying to use whatever means I could to put something together. And let me tell you what I got done for this little girl. So the first folks that I called were at the Texas State Aquarium, which is down here in Corpus Christi, Texas. It's a beautiful facility, and I did a video on our family trip down there last year, and we absolutely love it every time we go. I spoke to them, and they absolutely were on board with whatever we needed to do to help this girl. So they gave the family a season pass to visit the State Aquarium anytime they would like. Secondly, I spoke with Omni Hotels, and Omni Hotels is going to give them a free night down here in Corpus Christi as well because it's a relatively long drive from where they live in Waco, Texas. Next, I reached out to SeaWorld in San Antonio, Texas, which is only a few hours away from where they live, and I was able to get them a family pass to SeaWorld as well as all the affiliated parks within SeaWorld, such as Aquatica. It is a really beautiful area, and it is something that I really hope that they enjoy. So visiting parks is a great thing, but there's cost associated to that as well as travel, getting down there, fuel, as well as food, and if you're going to stay in a hotel. So the next call I made was to my sponsors. I spoke to Road Armor, and they were gracious enough to donate $500 to the cause. Not only that, Road Armor contacted 2 other businesses that they work with, one called the Pinnacle Group and the other one called Morton Industries, and each one of them also donated $500 to the cause. I contributed $200 and etrailer.com also contributed $200 to the cause. So altogether, I was able to put together a package for this family that included season passes to the Texas State Aquarium, a day pass to SeaWorld, as well as hotel accommodations through Omni Hotels, as well as raised $1,900 to help them get to these parks and not have to worry about some of the expenses associated with traveling. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to deliver this package to the family in person, but I was able to work with my good friends at Road Armor out of DFW, and they took the drive down to deliver this entire package to the family in person and really make it special. And to my own amazement, from the point that I decided to try to do this to the point we were able to get everything set up took less than 24 hours. We were able to get all of this combined together and delivered to this little girl in such a short period of time, and I think that was very important. So again, I want to give a huge shout out, thank you, and appreciation from the bottom of my heart to all the businesses that stepped up to help this little girl. If you are interested in helping, I will put the PayPal link to their donation site in the description of this video. I really think it's important to step up in scenarios and times like this, because this really shows the compassionate side of humans, and it's definitely something that was important to me. My goal is that this family has the best opportunity to spend as much time as possible and really build great memories that will last them a lifetime through this really, really tragic scenario. Guys, I'm going to end this video by simply saying, cherish the time that you have with the ones that you love. Spend time with them. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that they're important to you. And do not waste a single moment that you can if you have the ability to spend time and make memories with the ones you love. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you again.